with Create Better Health SNAP Ed program affiliated with USDA Extension. And today we're going to be making some soft, moist applesauce muffins. Sounds yummy, right? Well, they will quickly become something that you love with your breakfast, lunch, dinner, or a snack. And then you can double the recipe as well and then freeze them for a rainy day. This recipe is quick to throw together, and let's get started, shall we? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put all the liquid ingredients into our bowl, and that consists of 1.5 cups of applesauce, cup of oil, whatever oil you have on hand. I have olive oil, that's what we're using today. All liquid but the sugar. Sugar we're going to mix in here too. 3 tablespoons of milk of any kind that you have. And here's the sugar. Mix our sugar in. And we're just going to do it until it is mixed all the way together. Okay. That's about it. Then we'll start with our dry ingredients. And we're going to do 1 cup of whole wheat flour and 1 cup of all-purpose flour and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I don't know about you, but I love muffins. They're so fun. They can have anything added. Oh, make sure you do it over a container. You can add any ingredients to them to make them your own, and you can eat them in the car if you need to. Just excellent. Okay, and then we have baking soda, and we're going to do 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Make sure to level the top off so we get the right amount. And then we're going to do baking powder, the same amount, 1/2 teaspoon. And then some cinnamon, and you could do nutmeg as well. All I had was cinnamon today, so I'll just be using that. And just 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. Just enough to give it a little bit of sweetness. And if you want a little more, feel free to add a little more. I like a little bit more cinnamon, don't you? All right, and then we're just gonna kind of fold this in until it's just mixed and you don't see any more dry ingredients in this batter. Okay, so just over and around. And that's pretty much it. Pretty simple, right? And then I'm gonna go ahead and add some toppings, or let's say mix-ins. They are walnuts and cherries today, but you could do anything. You could do raisins, you could do dates, you could do almonds, pistachios would be good too. So anything that your heart desires, you can use as a mix-in, about 1/2 cup. All right, that looks really good. And that's it. About 12 or 15 turns of your spatula should do it. And that's how that looks. Then we're going to take 1/4 cup. Make sure we have that ready. And, oh, don't forget your mix-ins. Let's put those in. You could put them on the top, but those walnuts sometimes are too heavy for the top, and what they'll do is sink in and cause like a little teeny hole in the center. And if you don't care about that, then that works out really good, but it sure is pretty. As you can see on this one, it's got a little bit of an indentation because I put those on top. You could also sprinkle just a plain applesauce muffin with a little bit of raw sugar or sugar. That would work out too. All right, so now you could take a baggie like this and put some oil on it and oil your muffin tin if you wanted to, or you can use a little bit of baking spray. You could also use cupcake liners. That would also work. Okay. Then we'll go ahead and mix this right in. And we want this to be about 3/4 full on these cups. and it will make about 12 muffins. I want to say cupcakes, but they're not cupcakes. What's the difference anyway? One's lighter and the muffin is a little more dense. It's got a little more substance to it. Okay. And you could wait and put your mix-ins, half being something that maybe someone else likes, and then half being what you like. Looks like that just about does it. Now make sure that you're preheating your oven to 350 degrees before you start, so that you are ready to put this in when it is ready. Okay. And that's our muffins. Isn't that great? And look how fast they came together. They really came together nice. Okay, so then our end result is something like this. These are a little higher because I had a paper muffin lanyard that was a little higher, but it doesn't matter. They all taste the same and look just as pretty. So do it how you like it, and know that it is just so fun to do. Also, when you're freezing these, they will freeze for about 3 months. And if you put a paper towel in the bottom of a Ziploc gallon size plastic bag, you can put your muffins on top of that. And the reason for the paper towel is because muffins have a lot of moisture, and so the paper towel takes up that when they are frozen. And when you store them on your counter as well, so make sure that you put the paper towel in your gallon plastic bag as well for the counter storage, and that will stay on your counter for 3 days, up to 3 days. Now, if you need a second layer for when you freeze them, go ahead and put a paper towel in between so that they don't stick, and that each layer has that guard. And then there you go. The flavor is even better the next day. And then you've got some that are being frozen for another day, and then you've also got some for today and tomorrow for you to enjoy. I am so excited for you to try these. I know you're gonna like them, and it's the little things that make us happy. Thank you for joining me, and remember to contact your local senior commodity supplemental food program in your area to see if you might qualify for a food package for senior adults. From my home to yours. Bye.